Hello and welcome. Rahul, you're watching me on my YouTube channel, my talks. And if you're watching me consistently, welcome back to my channel. See, whenever I come in front of you, I have a purpose. I try to illuminate certain points which can further enhance your knowledge. And if you will inculcate a habit of listening to me for at least 6 months, you will see that a strong change, the metamorphosis that will happen in your life, it will be perceptible to you, and people around they will also notice what changes are happening in your personalities, because until and unless you don't reflect something better whenever you speak, whenever you contemplate, or whatever duty you do in your organization, if it is not reflecting, the knowledge that I'm disseminating, if you're not trying to inculcate it, then I would say that my motive is not being fulfilled. But I know exactly that if you listen to me, you will certainly be transformed, because knowledge accumulation and assimilation is the most important thing in this information age. And you know exactly that most of the industries, even AI industries, they are going in billions and they are being created only on information processing, nothing else. What they are doing, they are taking data and giving it meaningful portrayal, or what you can say that whatever they are exhibiting, meaningful data they are organizing, that implications can solve the problems. That is what they are doing. And data nowadays is a real asset. So if you want to invest your time, always invest in something good, something vital that can transform you, that can give you deep insight to transform yourself, to bring cognitive and rational attitude in your discernment ability, in your decision making ability. And the more you will inculcate real values, your paradigm will shift. Once you will start recognizing exactly how to look at some problems and in which way try to interpret that, your your personality will change, your thought pattern, your contemplation ability, your deep pattern of conceptualizing and visualizing over any problem will shift. And that is what is a paradigm shift. If you are changing your pattern of thinking, if you are changing your reality altogether, if you are vibrating in higher frequency, looking at problems with a different angle, then you are actually meditating. Because meditation is something that comes from within. When you are aware, when you are awakening, you know exactly how you are taking things. And when you will start really discerning around what is important and how to discern everything as it is, as they are, actual values, what is behind them. Once you will start figuring out exactly information as per their vitality, not as per their appearance. Appearance could be camouflaged, appearance could be disguised, but real values that can be only discerned by those people whose visibility is deepened, whose mind is sharpened, whose intuition ability is working, whose cognitive ability is really better. And that is what you have to foster. And it comes from meditation, it comes from awareness, it comes from knowledge assimilation, it comes from action that you are taking each and every day in order to enhance your personality, in order to understand exactly that once you will vibrate at higher frequency. And that can happen only when you will work 100%, with integrity, with soul honesty with your own self. Because people after some time try to drift themselves up as per situation, they try to mold themselves, and after that they see that, because the unfoldings in their life has another meaning, he tries to test you, and that is why the drift towards negativity. That should not happen. You should try to confront exactly what is happening in front of you and what is testing your reality, your integrity. You try to come forward with more and more positive intention that, yeah, I can surmount that, I can have these abilities, I can see and face these as it is, and I can certainly go and transcend beyond. Not try to drift yourself, not try to get manipulated, not try to belittle yourself, with all those negativities that can consume you. Don't let your light be consumed. Rather, be someone who can be a beacon of light, who can illuminate the path when darkness is around. And that is what will pave the right attitude for each and every generation. And that is what, upon which real growth is fixed. That is what we have to understand exactly. That if we want to foster real growth, we have to be metaphysically, spiritually aligned. And the more knowledge that we want to grab it is already there. All we need to do, we need to activate, we need to create certain interface which can interact with the knowledge repository that is being hidden in this universe. All you need to understand that when you will activate yourself, when you will channelize all your energy and try to create that interface which can interact with the real knowledge and repository of the universe, you can download information, you can make your own transformation happen quickly. And that is what we want to bring. We want to bring real transformation in people, and that can only happen when you illuminate the light within. You will not get it sabotaged, you will not get it you know uh, belittled. So if you want to really belittle it, then you will not be able to create that interface that I'm talking about. Universe is a system, it has its own repository of knowledge, and through meditation, through awakened state being, you can certainly access that information. You can gravitate towards that when you will be aligned, when you will be awakened, when you understand exactly that your integrity matters, your resilience, your patience matters a lot. Once you will traverse the path, once you will go in that way direction, you will see that. And that is what I'm telling you. Don't give hope. There will be many challenges, there will be many obstacles and impediments around that will try to create blocks that should not be overcome by you. But once you'll have deep intention, your guts, your bold attitude, your understanding, your patience will certainly support that, and you will be able to surmount that, you will be able to overcome that. And that is when the real ascension happens, because you have to carry the weight. Once you carry the weight of a spiritual weight, you'll understand exactly what is residing in the spiritual realm, why all this chaos is happening in the spiritual realm, why spiritual war is being prevalent and pervasive in all the minds who are really awakened, and they know exactly what is happening around. And once you'll have the opportunity to understand exactly what is happening around, you'll also align yourself with the right attitude, with the right personality. And once you're aligned, you'll see that negative peoples and all those people who have cloaked themselves around, how they appear, and how you can illuminate their path as well. You can give them chance to get aligned, to get themselves find in better place, because they have also opportunities. And once they will traverse the path, once they will align themselves with the light, the real transformation will happen. See, I'm not telling you that create a fire that can be really burning all the time. I'm not telling you to create disruption, but I'm telling you to be awakened. And once you will understand exactly that having real guts and having real patience can satiate the turbulence around, it cannot create chaos all the time, it can foster the real growth. All we need to understand exactly, because negativity is prevailing from a long time, and that is what this disruptions feels like a chaos, but it is actually awakening. It is actually the being light is being intense, and that is what they are not able to confront, is because their darkness has cloaked around them, and that is what they are being uncomfortable. But once you understand exactly that, a little changes, once they will adapt, once they will be traversing their path and assimilating knowledge and light, they can burn all together and they can stable the uniform matrix, and our situation will change. Our metaphorical standing, our we will be a real example to all this development. And that is what I want to place, that kind of metaphor around, that kind of example around, that people will perceive through their eyes how transformation happens. Thank you for listening to me.